Government Operations and Ways and Means Committee is resuming its decision-making on SB 2940, sorry, relating to government. It's the chair's recommendation to pass with amendments. Based on what we've heard, telework policy is here to stay. And so we want to ensure a consistent application of the policy and guidelines and training across all departments. So given that it is a voluntary arrangement and also should include critical elements such as technology, policies, and training, we are addressing the concerns also that departments not go afoul of Chapter 89. So the draft the amendments are as follows. Addressing concerns of HRD, HGA, and UPW, that the policy and guidelines not run afoul of Chapter 89. We are adopting HRD's suggestions of the definition of telework, of a pre-approved work arrangement allowing employees the opportunity to perform their duties and responsibilities of the employee's position at a remote work site for all or part of the work week. Section 2 on telework policy. Section 8, the measure acknowledges a collectively bargained existing telework policy with state executive branch departments, which promotes flexible work arrangements and ensures consistent guidelines and practices across all state executive branch departments, excluding
I guess you got to work it out.
excluding the University of Hawaii, the Department of Education, and the Hawaii Health Systems Corporation. And the department shall, when necessary, update the telework program guidelines consistent with subsection A, which is the telework policy, as provided in HRS Chapter 89. And Section E, so also we want the HRD continue to post updated policy and guidelines, require HRD to train departments, including on technology and adding cybersecurity standards and training as recommended by OETS, required that the department report all the on the telework programs annually. And as HRD states, it's close to finalizing update of guidelines. We want that posted, and we will provide positions and appropriation for HRD when the policy and guidelines are in fact updated, adding technical non-substantive amendments and defecting the date. Are there any questions?
I think.
Yeah, I think
That's all.
Yeah, wait.
Okay,
So-
I'll you.
Yep.
Okay,
Sorry.
me. Okay,
Senator,
thanks.
no.
You did a lot of work, and I think it pretty much gets to the crux of the issue is DHERD. And so I'm glad that we're concentrating on having DHERD train their people, do the policies within the agency. So I think that that's a better way to go at this point in time.
Thank you. Thank you. Senator Taniguchi.
Oh, thank you. I just want to say, I think, yeah, this is a good way to go on this. I think, DHERD is still in my jurisdiction, and we could have worked on this a lot easier, but I think the result is good. And so I'm going to be voting with reservations only. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so Vice Chair Dela Cruz.
Okay, SB 2940 SD1. Recommendation is to pass with amendments. Chair Moiwaki,
Votes aye.
Vice Chair votes aye. Senator Chang,
Reservations.
Senator Gabbard,
Aye.
Senator Favela. Excuse, recommendation adopted.
So Ways and Means.
Ways and Means, same recommendation.
Chair Dela Cruz.
Aye.
Vice Chair votes aye. Senator Inoue.
Aye.
Senator Kanuha.
Aye.
Senator Misalucha.
Reservations.
Mr. Moriwaki.
Aye.
Senator Shimabukuro.
Aye.
Senator Taniguchi.
Reservations.
Senator Wakai.
Yes.
Senator Favela. Your recommendation is adopted.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. This ends the hearing. Adjourned.
Okay, calling the 10 a.m. Ways and Means decision-making to order. This meeting, including the audio and video of remote participants, is being streamed live on YouTube. You will find links to the viewing options for all Senate meetings on the live and demand video page of the legislature's website. In the event we have to end this hearing due to technical difficulties, the committee will reconvene to discuss any outstanding business today at 3 p.m. in this room. A public notice will be posted on the legislature's website. If you're interested in reviewing the written testimony, please go to the legislature's website. You will find a link on the status page for the measure. Okay, first item, Senate Bill 2251 recommendation. We're going to defer this item till today, 3 p.m. in this room. Next item, Senate Bill 2165. Recommendation is to pass with amendments, adopt LRB tech amendments, include language from DOE tax to use the federal AGI as the measure of credit eligibility and remove the current $50 credit amount, effective date to 2050. Any discussion? Not Chair votes aye.
Okay, with 8 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Next item, Senate Bill 2247. Recommendation is to pass with amendments, adopt LRB tech amendments, effective date to 2050. Any discussion? Not Chair votes aye.
Okay, with 8 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Next item, Senate Bill 2372. We're going to defer this item till today, 3 p.m. in this room. Next item, Senate Bill 3282. We'll defer this item till today, 3 p.m. in this room. And Senate Bill 3355 will be deferring till 3 p.m. today to this room, in this room. Adjourn. So the 1010 is a calling the 10 a.m. Ways and Means decision making to order. First item, Senate Bill 1294. Recommendation is to pass with amendments, blanking the appropriation. Any discussion? Not Chair votes aye.
Chair votes aye, Vice Chair votes aye, Senator Inoue,
Aye.
Senator Kanuha,
Aye.
Senator Misalucha,
Aye.
Senator Moriwaki,
Aye.
Senator Shimabukuro,
Aye.
Senator Wakai.
Yes.
All other members excused, your recommendation is adopted.
Thank you. Next item, Senate Bill 2162. Recommendation is to pass with amendments, adopt LRB tech amendments, blank the appropriation to 2050. Any discussion?
Yes, Chair. This measure is only council, yeah? Council seats.
Vacant county council seats.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Any further discussion? If not, Chair votes aye.
Okay, with 8 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Next item, Senate Bill 2435. Recommendation is to pass with amendments. We'll take Office of Planning's amendment to eliminate the mandated 3-year delay in the filing for the tax credit and effective date to 2050. Any discussion?
Yes, Chair, just a question, and maybe Vice Chair can answer. I have a 10-acre farm, but I don't think I would qualify under this. I just want to at least, say that there may be a conflict, but I doubt it, because as I read it, Gil, this is more like the dedicating the large ag parcels, yeah?
No, it's not. It's any important ag land parcel that's.
So any
So
farm.
if you're in the
No.
IAL map,
If you're in the
Oh, okay.
IAL, if your
No.
property is not IAL, then.
I doubt it, because these are state ag lots, so I'm not sure. But anyway, okay, that's fine. We can get some qualifications later. Okay, thank you.
Any further discussion? If not, chair votes aye.
Okay, with 8 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Next item, Senate Bill 2479. Recommendation is to pass as is. Any discussion? If not, chair votes aye.
Okay, with 8 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Okay, next item, Senate Bill 2724. Recommendation is to pass with amendments, and we'll take language from Office of Planning testimony, pages 4, lines 1 through 5, section 2. The Office of Planning and Sustainable Development shall establish a pilot project to develop an adaptation and resilience plan that addresses the climate change and sea level rise impacts in the Waikiki Special District. Page 4, lines 6 through 7, the Waikiki Adaptation and Resilience Plan shall assess nature-based as appropriate and urban designs for sea level rise. Page 4, lines 13 to 17C, the Office of Planning and Sustainable Development shall coordinate with representatives from the University of Hawaii, City and County of Honolulu, Department of Land and Natural Resources, Waikiki Beach Special Improvement District Association, and Waikiki Neighborhood Board. Page 5, lines 1 through 2, the Waikiki Adaptation and Resilience Plan shall use the best data. Page 5, lines 5 through 6, the Waikiki Adaptation and Resilience Plan may consider the coastal flood adaptation architectural design and remove the following language from page 5, line 15. The working group shall dissolve on January 1, 2024, and effective date to 2050. And we'll also include LRB tech amendments. Any discussion? If not, chair votes aye.
Okay, with 8 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Next item, Senate Bill 2812. Recommendation is to pass the amendments, adopt LRB tech amendments, take language from Attorney General to amend language that the 5-year limitation for the entire allocation of the state's private activity bond cap shall be used exclusively for housing purposes, and to amend to specify the allocation be made to HHFDC instead of housing related projects, and effective date to 2050. Any discussion? If not, chair votes aye.
Okay, with 8 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Next item, Senate Bill 2823. Recommendation is to pass on amendments, adopt LRB tech amendments. Any discussion? Not chair votes aye.
Okay, with 8 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Next item is Senate Bill 2836. Recommendation is to pass as is. Any discussion? Not chair votes aye.
Okay, with 8 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Next item, Senate Bill 2898. Recommendation is to pass with amendments, adopt LRB tech amendments, and take from HCDA's testimony to adopt amendments. Page 4, line 12, add the word district before board. Page 4, line 17, add the word voting before members. Page 6, line 6, replace 4 with 2. Page 15, line 6, add district before special fund. And page 15, line 12, add an before agreement.
Did you get additional testimony on adding in the statement?
Yeah, that's clear. Yeah.
To the board, to the working group, you mean?
As a district.
And then
Oh,
for Office of Planning, amend to remove the annual election of officers provision. Any discussion? If not, chair votes aye.
Okay, with 8 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Next item, Senate Bill 2963. Recommendation is to pass with amendments, taking Energy Office language to amend page 7, line 1 to read 196, electric utility bills and energy usage data, state-owned facilities, the Hawaii State Energy Office and the Research and Economic Analysis Division at DBED currently collect and shall continue to collect all electric utility and energy usage data for state-owned facilities monthly and shall make this information available in a publicly accessible format. And move page 14, line 7 from section 22M-2 HRS 196 E, collecting all water utility and water usage data for state-owned facilities monthly and making this information available in a publicly accessible format, and the effective date to 2050. Any discussion? If not, chair votes aye.
Okay, with 8 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Okay, next item, Senate Bill 2992. We'll defer this till 3 p.m. today in this room. Next item, Senate Bill 3101. Recommendation is to pass with amendments, adopt LRB tech amendments, effective date to 2050.
You meant 3103.
Oh,
yes.
sorry, 3103. Pass with amendments, adopt LRB tech amendments, effective date to 2050. Any discussion? Not chair votes aye.
Okay, with 8 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Next item, Senate Bill 3181. Recommendation is to pass with amendments, effective date to 2050. Any discussion? Not chair votes aye.
All right, with 8 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Okay, next item, Senate Bill 3252. Recommendation is to pass with amendments, adopt LRB tech amendments, effective date to 2050. Any discussion? Not chair votes aye.
Okay, with 8 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Last item, Senate Bill 3359. We'll be deferring this till today, 3 p.m. in this room. Adjourn. Okay, calling the 1025 Joint Committee Ways and Means Judiciary to order. First item, Senate Bill 2398. Recommendation is to pass with amendments, adopt LRB tech amendments. We'll take language from DLNR's testimony to include the department as a land managing stakeholder agency in the membership of the Palehunui Community Development District Authority Board governing the development district, and request a corrective amendment to and correct section 206E3B HRS in section 2 of the bill by adding the chairperson of the DLNR to page 14, line 9. And from HCDA's testimony, we'll amend page 12, line 14, and line 15 to replace 3 with 2. Page 14, line 17, delete the word and. Page 14, line 9, following the director of DBID, inserting the language and the chairperson of the Board of Land and Natural Resources. And page 14, line 19, replace 5 with 3. And effective date 2050. Any discussion? None. Chair votes aye.
Vice Chair votes aye. Senator Inoue.
Aye.
Senator Kanuha.
Aye.
Senator Kidani.
Aye.
Senator Misalucha.
Aye.
Senator Moriwaki.
Aye.
Senator Shimabukuro.
Aye.
Senator Wakai.
Yes.
And the other 2 members, I believe, are excused. Your recommendation is adopted.
Thank you.
For JDC members, same recommendation on SB 2398. Questions or concerns? If not, Vice Chair for the vote.
Members voting on SB 2398 SD1, the recommendation is to pass with amendments. Chair Rhodes,
Aye.
Yes.
Vice Chair goes aye. Senator Ocasio, Senator Gabbard,
Aye.
Senator Kim,
Aye.
Senator Lee is excused. Senator Favela is excused. Recommendation adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item, Senate Bill 3350. Recommendation is to pass with amendments, adopt LRB tech amendments. Any discussion?
Yes, Chair. So the subs are addressed and they're okay with the bill then, the subcontractors? Because I think it had to do with the 50% and the,
If it's 50%.
Reservation.
yeah.
Too late.
All right, thank
We're
you.
not voting.
Okay, any further discussion? If not, chair votes aye.
Okay, with 10 members present, are there any reservations? Senator Pavella,
This is his bill.
Yeah, I know.
Pavella?
Yeah, aye.
okay, any opposition? Your recommendation is adopted, 10 members present.
For JDC members on SB 3350, same recommendation. Any questions or concerns? If not, Vice Chair.
You can choose.
Members voting on SB 3350 SD1, the recommendation is to pass with amendments. With 6 members present, are there any reservations or no votes? Seeing none, chair recommendation adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you. Adjourn. Okay, you can do the countdown. Okay, calling the 10:30 Joint Committee on Ways and Means and Judiciary to order. First item is Senate Bill 3139. Recommendation is to pass with amendments, adopt LRB Tech amendments, blank the appropriation. And we'll take testimony from the prosecuting attorney to amend page 3, line 5, delete and county. Page 3, line 10, replace non-federal with either Department of or state. And page 3, line 12, add all state law enforcement officers. We'll also take from Shopo's testimony to amend page 27, lines 12 through 15 to read as follows. This section does not relieve nor will it diminish county police officers or any authority or responsibility to enforce laws or to maintain public safety on state lands and in state buildings or in their respective counties. Page 3, lines 4 through 7 be amended to read, this act also establishes a training center within the Department of Law Enforcement to provide its state law enforcement personnel the highest level of core and continuing education and training, and effective date to 2050. Any discussion? If not, chair votes aye.
Okay, for Ways and Means with 10 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Okay, for JDC, thank you. For JDC members on SB 3139, same recommendation with amendments. Questions or concerns? If not, Vice Chair.
With 6 members of the committee present, members, are there any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. The next bill is SB 2284. This is relating to aquaculture, establishes provisions relating to the Department of Agriculture's governing of the business of aquaculture. Recommendation is to pass on with just a defective date, July 30, 2075. Questions or concerns?
I have questions.
Yeah, Senator Castillo.
Yeah, for the committees. So page 6, line 4 talks about powers, duties, and activities of the department. Line 8 through 10 says the business of aquaculture processing, distribution, and marketing shall be administered by the chairperson. And so I'm wondering, why would the ag chair be doing the work of a private industry?
I'm not suggesting this is a completed bill, but that question is squarely in the subject matter chairs, and that's why I'm moving it ahead, or why I'm recommending that we move it ahead, and we'll work out those details later.
The second question, and I guess this is in relationship to my reservations on the matter. Same page 6, line 17 through 21, talking about the broodstock acquisition, exclusive property rights. The cultured progeny of wild plants and animals lawfully obtained by broodstock acquisition are the exclusive property rights of that person who cultured them, or that person's successor in interest. And so my question becomes, why would something that seems commonly available be made into an exclusive property right? And I guess my example on this would be like grafting a tree, and then you're the first person to graft a tree, or hybridized kalo, for example, something like that, where then the first person to do that or obtain some kind of property right around that seems like it's something that's commonly available. So why would that be made into an exclusive property right?
The way, and I, Senator Gabbard or other people who are the author of the bill, I think is on here too. But the way I understood that was if it's something new, normally if it's a new product, then you would have some intellectual property right to it. Kalo is a special case, and I'm not sure it would apply there, but that's not, I'm not reading it the way that you read it, I don't think.
But I guess, is it still referring, I'm assuming it's not referring to genetically modified, because that language was all removed from the original draft. So then again, I could understand why, actually I don't understand, but the genetically modified part, people do push for exclusive property rights. But in this case of hybridizing or just the broodstock acquisition, if someone, I know that's
the hybridization part of it, I think, is normally, if it's a new hybrid, I think you normally have some sort of property right in that, although there's other lawyers in the room who may disagree with me, but that would be my understanding.
I'm not a lawyer, but I can tell you that I agree with Senator Rhodes' depiction. One is the protection of intellectual property rights. The other is to kind of categorize this for agricultural theft, because unfortunately there are some times when people go out there and steal some of these items. So this would help also in safeguarding the products for against agricultural theft, aquacultural theft.
So, but aquacultural theft in the terms of property rights based on those breeding, as opposed to actually like coming to a site and stealing. So just the intellectual aspect.
Yeah, that's the main thrust for that language, is to protect all the research dollars and all the intellectual property that's going into the creation of the broodstock.
Maybe we would want to specify then in the language that it's intellectual property rights, because it's not clear. Again, it's not clear to me as I'm reading the language, because it seems like these are things that are commonly available in terms of breeding organisms.
It may be something that the subject matter chairs want to take a look at, but today we're not going to be able to.
Thank you. I just wanted to have my questions posed, and if you have answers, that's great.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'll be voting with reservations.
Okay,
Maybe you
thank you.
could put something in the committee report. I don't know. A suggestion.
Yeah, actually, that would be great if all of that is put in the committee report.
We can put in something raising those questions. Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions or concerns? Okay, if not, Vice Chair for the vote on SB 2284 as amended, or amending it with a defective date.
Members voting on SB 2284 SD1 passing with amendments with 6 members of the committee present. Are there any, and noting the reservations of Senator Ocasio, are there any other members with reservations? Any opposition? So noted. Senator Lee is excused. All other members vote aye. Recommendation adopted.
Thank you.
Oh, same recommendation for Ways and Means.
Okay, with 10 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Okay, thank you. Next up.
Reservation, I couldn't get on. Reservation, Chair.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Okay, thank you. Next up is SB 2422, requires certain persons to immediately submit a written report to the court if the person has reason to believe that a child in foster custody has suffered an injury that may arise to a tort claim. Our recommendation is to accept the judiciary's amendments, making the process so that it's a motion, and then as soon as the motion is received, the the court would act on it as quickly as possible, and also technical amendments. Questions or concerns? If not, Vice Chair.
Can we defect the date? That's fine.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Sure. Bad date, July 30, 2075. Questions or concerns? Seeing none, Vice Chair.
You're on mute.
Members voting on SB 2422 SD1, recommendation is to pass with amendments. With 6 members present, are there any reservations? Any no votes? Recommendation adopted.
Ways and Means.
That's all approved.
Same recommendation for Ways and Means.
Okay, with 10 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Next up is SB 2962. This is the constitutional amendment, the so-called Green Amendment.
Can we have a short recess?
Of course. Recess. Okay, coming back into the joint Judiciary and Ways and Means Committee hearing, we were discussing SB 2962, the so-called Green Amendment. Chairs having conferred, we're going to defer this till tomorrow at 10:45, and Judiciary will repost the notice and we'll go on our link since we're having a hearing right before that. So postponed for the decision-making is postponed until tomorrow at 10:45. Okay, next up is SB 3186. This proposes an amendment to Articles 10, Section 6 of the Hawaii State Constitution to repeal the Candidate Advisory Council for the Board of Regents and clarifies the jurisdiction of the Board of Regents over the internal structure, management, and operations of the university. There's a title problem with this bill, so my recommendation is going to be to accept the AG's amendments. We'll restore the word exclusive on page 2, line 6, which has the effect of restoring exclusive jurisdiction of the Board of Regents over the internal structure, management, and operation of the university. If you look at the title of the bill, it's to repeal the University of Hawaii Board of Regents Candidate Advisory Council. So we'll leave that part in. Also accept the AG's amendment on the ballot question, restore without being limited to a list of candidates, and we'll put on a effective date for the amendment of July 30, 2075. Questions or concerns? If not, Vice Chair for the vote.
Members voting on SB 3186 SD1, passing with amendments. With 6 members present, are there any reservations or no votes? I have reservations for Senator Ocasio. Senator Lee's excused. All other members vote aye. Recommendation adopted.
Thank you.
Ways and Means, same recommendation.
Okay, with 10 members present, any reservations?
Chair, I haven't had time to really look at this Con-Am, so I'll be voting with reservations. Hopefully that I can look at it until it gets onto the floor. Thank you.
Any other reservations?
I'd also reservation, I would like to look at it.
All right, last chance. Any other reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to the last bill on the agenda, SB 3187, relating to the Board of University of Hawaii Regents Candidate Advisory Council. This is a companion to the previous measure. Recommendation is to pass with a effective date of July 30, 2075. Questions or concerns? If not, Vice Chair.
With 6 members present, members, are there any reservations or no votes? Is that, can you say that again, Senator Ocasio?
Reservation.
So noted. Chair recommendation adopted.
Thank you.
Ways and Means, same recommendation.
Okay, with 10 members present, any reservations?
Chair, similarly reservations until I have time to look at it and see if I can get enough information on the floor. Thank you. Reservation.
Okay, reservations for Inoue Moriwaki. Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Okay. Thank you very much. We're adjourned.
Michelle.
Here's the other Filipino. She just came in.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna call the 3 p.m. Decision-making of Ways and Means to order. So we're just gonna wait 1 second for the script. You back up here.
Is the house still going on?
No, I think they're done.
I didn't know that they talk on second reading.
Oh, yeah.
They were on all.
That's why whenever these new house members come over to the Senate, we always try to warn them about this is not the house.
Yeah.
I remember Clayton got up once. And said,
Yeah,
"Excuse
Are we
me,
on
Mr.
second?
President. This,
I know.
this is second reading, right?
Is your old script?
The mute button.
And then, but I don't know.
Okay, recess.
Touch the hint.
Okay, reconvening. This meeting, including the audio and video of remote participants, is being streamed live on YouTube. You will find links to the viewing options for all Senate meetings on the live and on-demand video page of the legislature's website. In the unlikely event we have to abruptly end this hearing due to major technical difficulties, the committee will reconvene to discuss any outstanding business tomorrow at 10 a.m. in this room. A public notice will be posted on the legislature's website. If you're interested in reviewing the written testimony, please go to the legislature's website. You will find a link on the status page for each measure. Okay, our first item is Senate Bill 2251. Okay, Chair's going to recommend to pass with amendments. We're going to adopt LRB tech amendments, and we're going to add language from Public Housing Authority's testimony to include the provided definition of housing project, which means any home, house, residence, building, apartment, living quarters, abode, domicile, or dwelling unit designed principally for the purposes of sheltering people, and add a new section to the measure that deletes the term housing project in the definition of public housing project in section 356D-1 HRS, and effective date to 2050. And then we're also gonna just to let you know, we did move out bills. We're moving out bills to affect the state's housing shortage. The committee passed earlier SB 2588 earlier or last month. This bill provides language to appropriate funds to the Public Housing Authority to remodel, renovate, repair, and rehabilitate 264 housing units statewide. You guys all got. So there's 256 units throughout all of our districts throughout the state. So, any further discussion? If not, Chair votes aye.
Okay, Vice Chair votes aye. Senator Inoue.
Aye.
Senator Kanuha.
Aye.
Senator Kidani.
Aye.
Senator Misalucha.
Aye.
Senator Shimabukuro.
Aye.
Senator Favela.
No,
All others being excused, your recommendation is adopted, Chair.
Okay, next item, Senate Bill 2372. Okay. Okay, Chair's recommending we pass with amendments. We're going to appropriate 300 million from the general fund into the rental housing revolving fund. And this is how we're breaking it down. 39,531,540 for 405 new units in Hawaii County, 147,835,000 for 659 rehab units and 992 units on Oahu, $75,835,000 for 141 rehab units and 335 new units in Maui County, and $36,081,793 for 206 new units on Kauai. We'll also insert a new part to create a dwelling unit revolving fund equity program. This will be a pilot program established under Chapter 201H-191. The pilot program is to address the high unmet demand of for-sale units by Hawaii residents, specifically for the 120 area median income and lower thresholds. The purpose of this pilot program is for HHFDC to purchase equity in for-sale housing development projects in order to lower the amount paid by eligible buyers. HHFDC's equity will be allocated to specific units, and the price paid by the eligible buyer is reduced by the allocated amount. HHFDC back when they sell the unit, and if the unit is never sold, the homeowner must pay the equity value to HHFDC within 30 years. Appropriation of $10 million from the general fund to the dwelling unit revolving fund, LRB tech amendments, and the effective date to 2050. Any discussion? Not sure both sides.
Okay, with 8 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Next item, Senate Bill 2992, recommendations to pass with amendments, adopt LRB tech amendments, and amend to establish a formal program named the Hawaii Agricultural Investment Program within the DOA that would allow expenditures to serve local farmers and ranchers with the opportunities to scale production, and include a blank appropriation for this purpose, the effective date to 2050. Any discussion? Not sure both sides.
Okay, with 8 members present, any reservations? Any opposition?
Reservation.
Reservation for Senator Favela. Anyone else? Okay, any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Okay, next item, Senate Bill 3282. Recommendation is to adopt LRB tech amendments, and then we'll include a general fund appropriation of $34,361,654, special fund appropriation of $2,225,394, federal fund appropriation of $200,000, and 3 FTEs for statewide digitization efforts through ETS to be broken down. Okay, so we got
Chair, sorry, can you get a recess?
recess. Okay, reconvening. Okay, so as mentioned, SB 3282, adopting LRB tech amendments, the appropriations as I outlined. This is for various departments, accounting of general services, and there's various divisions, Department of Agriculture, Department of Business Economic Development, and some of their attached agencies, Department of Health, Department of Human Services, Judiciary, libraries, Department of Land and Natural Resources, Public Safety, DOTAX, Department of Transportation, and DOE.
Sorry, Chair, not libraries, it's the Labor Relations Board, number 26.
Oh yeah, Labor Relations Board.
Okay.
Okay, any further discussion? If not, chair votes aye.
Okay, with 8 members present.
Oh, effective date.
And its effective date. So to move the bill, Senate Bill 3282 with amendments. With 8 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Next item, Senate Bill 3355. Recommendation is to pass with amendments. Okay, we'll amend the measure to add the following positions and general fund appropriations. 7 FTE and 303,000 to UOH 800 community colleges for the Culinary Institute of the Pacific operating expenses, provided that the university must raise new money for the remainder of the other current expenses in the amount of $376,677, 20 FTE and $2,650,000 to UOH 800 community colleges for the early college program, provided that the early college program target at promise youth with a focus on career and technical education and workforce development. 1,400,000 to UOH 800 community colleges for the Hawaii Promise program, provided that the Hawaii Promise scholarships cover at most 90% of unmet need. 5 FTE and 385,000 to UOH community colleges for the HighNet program. 3 FTE and 146,000 to UOH 800 community colleges for the Maui Food Innovation Center. 8 FTE and 1,540,000 to UOH community colleges for workforce development programs, provided that these workforce development programs focus on non-credit workforce training. 31 FTE and $1,274,100 to UOH community colleges for campus security officers. 9 FTE and $1,622,676 to UOH community colleges for the Value Added Product Development Center, provided the Value Added Product Development Center prioritizes services for locally made and or locally sourced products. That's attached to leeward. 4,600,000 to UOH community colleges to restore personal services to pre-pandemic levels. $842,572 to UOH community colleges to provide clinical instructors for nursing program. And 4.3 FTE and $645,134 to UOH community colleges for the Learn and Earn program, provided that the Learn and Earn program is implemented with the hub and spoke model and focuses on healthcare and agricultural pathways. And any discussion?
Yes. So Chair, the description has nothing to do with the standing committees on the community colleges. So we're turning this bill into appropriation bill then.
No, so all the appropriations is for community colleges.
Okay, but you saw the description of the.
No,
bill,
the
right?
substance stays. He's just
Stays.
adding, he's adding.
So this is add to whatever is.
We're
on the-
adding money
okay.
to the bill,
All right, okay.
adding money and positions. Any further discussion? Not chair votes aye.
Okay, with 8 members present, any reservations?
Reservations.
Any opposition? Your recommendation is adopted, Chair.
Thank you. Next item, Senate Bill 3359. Okay, so this took, I want to thank lots of people who helped with this. So we're going to pass with amendments. The following appropriation will be deposited into the Native Hawaiian Rehabilitation Fund. Therefore, all references to the establishment of the Hawaiian Homelands Special Fund and all references to the appropriations into the Hawaiian Homelands Special Fund will be deleted from this bill. On page 5, lines 1 through 6, Hawaiian Homeland Special Fund shall be replaced with Native Hawaiian Rehabilitation Fund. The total appropriation for this bill will be 600 million, broken down as follows. Inserting an appropriation of $487,614 for the preparation, planning, and development of 2,910 new lots for the following projects. East Kapolei 2, 130 new lots, $20 million. East Kapolei 2, that was 2C. East Kapolei 2D, 167 new lots, $22,444,800. East Kapolei 2E, 158 new lots, $24,460,800. East Kapolei 2F, 250 new lots, $30,374,400. East Kapolei 2A, 300 units, new lots, $5 million. East Kapolei LDA 3, 250 unit, new lots, $5 million. Waimanalo agricultural and residential lots, 150 new lots, $25 million. Maili development, 280 new lots, $55,300,000. Pu'unani Homestead Subdivision Maui, 161 new lots, $13,200,000. Pu'unani Homestead Phase 2, 140 new lots, $32 million. Kea Waiohuli Phase 2 and Phase 3, 76 new lots, $27,834,000. West Maui Development, Leali'i 1B, Highway and Park Improvements, Water Development, 250 new lots, $60 million. Ho'olehua Agricultural Lots, what is that? Naiva Agricultural Subdivision, Molokai, 58 new lots, $30 million. Hanapepe Residence, Lots Phase 2, Kauai, 75 new lots, $20 million. Laopua Villages, Hawaii County, 400 new lots, $70 million. Ka'u Water System and Pasture Lots, Phase 3, 25 new lots, $40 million. And Honomu Subsistence Agriculture Lots, Phase 2, 40 new lots, $2 million. And we'll also be inserting an appropriation of $1,386,000 for down payment assistance or mortgage assistance, LRB tech amendments, and inserting a effective date of July 1st, 2050. Okay, so I'll clarify the 600 million, the total amount of all the projects I meant that I read is an appropriation of $487,614,000 for all of those projects.
480, is it?
487
87.
million. Okay, and so all those lots, all those projects that I read, DHHL plans on getting those projects out by 2028. And then we have the additional monies for mortgage and down payment assistance to help lower the numbers on the list, the waiting list.
Do you have a total number of units then that covers?
2,910 new lots. Any discussion?
Yeah, Chair, I just have one thing. I'm not sure if anybody, if Miley heard anything about this, but there was a survey. I know it probably wasn't done by the Department of Hawaiian Homeland, but the thing was going around the community saying that the guys that are on the list, if they're willing to get off the list for $100,000, to let them know. So I'm not sure how accurate that is. I just got that today, just before this meeting. Did you hear anything about this, Miley?
Yes, yeah, so that's the appropriation of $112 million. So it allows those on the list an option to wait for one of the lots that we mentioned or a future lot after that, or it allows a beneficiary on the waiting list to either get $100,000 for down payment assistance or mortgage assistance, and then they would take themselves off the list.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you, Chair.
Thank
That
you
is
so
all.
much.
Yes, thank you, guys. Awesome.
Okay, any other discussion? If not, Chair votes aye.
Okay, Chair votes aye, Vice Chair votes aye, Senator Inoue,
Aye.
Senator Kanuha,
Aye.
Senator Kidani,
Aye.
Senator Misalucha,
Aye.
Senator Shimabukuro,
Aye.
Senator Favela,
Aye.
and all others excused, recommendations adopted.
Thank you, adjourn.
Okay.